As a freelance photojournalist working with Getty Images, I covered Hurricane Helene from its landfall in Florida's Big Bend through Georgia and into North Carolina, where I hiked into Bat Cave and into Chimney Rock. In this video, I'll share some recent behind-the-scenes footage from an assignment driving along the Green River in Polk County, North Carolina, and along the Swannanoa River near Asheville and the town of Swannanoa itself, 6 months after the impacts from Hurricane Helene. As we go for a drive, we'll take a look at the recently released final report on Hurricane Helene, published by the National Hurricane Center on March 19th. As the anniversary of the storm approached recently, I pitched photo editors on photo coverage documenting the current state of western North Carolina, and we set that up for the Monday before the 6-month anniversary. In the days before, wildfires in Polk County, near Saluda, North Carolina, caused dozens of evacuations and eventually would grow to more than 7,000 acres. That area of the state received about 18 inches of rain, while 21 inches of rain fell on the Asheville area. I spent the first half of the day photographing the hurricane-scarred landscape amid a forest fire, and then moved on to Asheville and Swannanoa. Let's take a look at some key findings from the 107-page report. 175 lives were lost during the storm, with an additional 71 fatalities in the aftermath, making it the deadliest U.S. hurricane since Katrina in 2005. All direct storm fatalities occurred east of the storm's path, aka on the dirty side. Helene was the United States' 7th costliest hurricane on record. Up to 30 inches of rain fell in southern Appalachia, a combination of Helene's rainfall and a preceding storm system. 63 river and stream gauges broke records, including the Swannanoa River, which crested at 27 feet, 4 inches. Half of the more than 2,000 recorded landslides impacted buildings, rivers, or roads, with most occurring in North Carolina. 7.4 million customers lost power in the affected areas. At the top of Mount Mitchell, a 106-mile-per-hour wind gust was recorded, and in Steinhatchee, Florida, storm surge reached 12 to 16 feet. Historic river flooding was particularly damaging to lower-lying areas of Asheville along the French Broad and Swannanoa rivers. In the historic Biltmore Village, located on the south bank of the intersection of where the Swannanoa River flows into the French Broad River, lower-lying buildings were severely inundated with deep water or swept away. Asheville's historic River Arch District, located 1 mile north of the Biltmore Estate along the French Broad, was largely destroyed. In addition, significant flooding was reported along the Ivy River in Bernardsville, where multiple structures were inundated. In the southeast part of the county, flooding from the Broad River impacted several structures and multiple roads. At least 300 landslides occurred in the county. Helene caused extensive damage to Asheville's water treatment infrastructure, and clean water was not restored to the city until November 18th, 53 days after Helene passed through the area. Power was restored to more than half of Asheville's customers within a week, although media reports indicate that 25,000 Asheville customers were still without power 2 weeks after Helene. Tens of thousands of trees were knocked down across the county, with hundreds down on homes due to a combination of strong wind gusts and debris flows. Media reports indicate that more than 560 structures were destroyed, and at least 901 structures sustained major damage in the county, with an additional 8,920 homes and buildings incurring minor or moderate damage. Another area that was devastated was the Chimney Rock and Lake Lure area of Rutherford County, where numerous landslides and debris flows destroyed the majority of buildings, homes, and businesses. In addition to the landslides, catastrophic flash flooding along the Broad River was responsible for portions of the damage that occurred in these communities. This was the highest ever crest of the Broad River in this area by several feet, and the most severe flooding in recorded history for the area. Bridges were wiped out and roads were completely washed away, essentially cutting off communities. Much of the debris from these communities piled into the waters of Lake Lure. Tens of thousands of trees are estimated to have fallen due to a combination of strong wind gusts and debris flows. 3 direct deaths occurred, 2 from falling trees due to wind and 1 from freshwater flooding. Numerous water rescues were reported, with hundreds of homes and buildings destroyed. More than 20 inches of rain was reported in portions of Henderson County, Catastrophic flash flooding occurred along the Rocky Broad River and its tributary Reedy Patch Creek, and numerous homes were swept away along both streams. Major flooding also occurred along Mud Creek and Bat Fork, with numerous businesses and other structures inundated in the Hendersonville area. 8 direct deaths occurred in Henderson County, 5 in Hendersonville from freshwater flooding, and 3 from landslides in the Bat Cave area, along with numerous water rescues. According to media reports and county officials, roughly 300 homes and buildings in the county were destroyed, with about 1,400 incurring major damage. At least 86 landslides were documented in the county, and numerous roads were damaged or washed out. If you want to learn more about my photo coverage of Hurricane Helene, from the Big Bend of Florida through Georgia, and Asheville, Old Fort, Black Mountain, Bat Cave, and Chimney Rock, North Carolina, I've got a video for you.